woman's rival in love, and being younger and no less beautiful, she will win this confrontation. The two men listen, amused, as the younger woman insults her rival, and then watch as she picks up a heavy iron stand that holds 4 candles. She dances, pretending that the iron stand is a man. The candles flicker and smoke, but none goes out. The girl dances gracefully, puts the stand down, and gives one of the men a brazen look. "If thou wouldst know me," she says archly, "then thou wouldst know my grievance." "Know you?" the older woman intervenes. "Oh, thou art known." It is a witty retort, clearly spoken, though the older woman's voice is somewhat hoarse and breathy. "Thy grievance, lady," the shorter of the two men says, "is my duty." He draws a dagger. For a candle-flickering pause, it seems he is about to plunge the blade into the younger woman, but then he turns and strikes at the older. The clock, a mechanical marvel that must be in the corridor just outside the hall, has started striking, and I count the bells. The onlookers gasp. The dagger slides between the older woman's waist and her right arm. She gasps too. Then she staggers. In her left hand, hidden from the shocked onlookers, is a very small knife that she uses to pierce a pig's bladder concealed in a simple linen pouch hanging by woven silver ropes from her belt. The belt is pretty, fashioned from cream-coloured kidskin with diamond-shaped panels of scarlet cloth on which small pearls glitter. When pricked, the pouch releases a gush of sheep's blood. "I am slain," she cries. "Alas, I am slain." I did not write the line, so I am not responsible for the older woman stating what must already have been obvious. The younger woman screams, not in shock, but in exultation. The older woman staggers some more, turning now so that the onlookers can see the blood. If we had not been in a palace, then we would not have used the sheep's blood, because the velvet gown was too rich and expensive. But for Elizabeth, for whom time does not exist, we must spend. So we spend. The blood soaks the velvet gown, hardly showing because the cloth is so dark, but plenty of blood stains the lavender silk and spatters the canvas that has been spread across the Turkey carpets. The woman now sways, cries again, falls to her knees, and with another exclamation, dies. In case anyone thinks she is merely fainting, she calls out 2 last despairing words. "I die!" And then she dies. The clock has just struck 9 times. The killer takes the coronet from the corpse's hair and with elaborate courtesy presents it to the younger woman. He then seizes the dead woman's hands and with unnecessary force drags her from view. "Her body here will leave," he says loudly, grunting with the effort of pulling the corpse, "to moulder unto time's eternity." He hides the woman behind a tall screen, which mostly hides a door at the back of the stage. The screen is decorated with embroidered panels showing entwined red and white roses springing from 2 leafy vines. "A pox on you," the dead woman says softly. "Piss on your bollocks," her killer whispers, and goes back to where the audience is motionless and silent, shocked by the sudden death of such dark beauty. I was the older woman. The room where I have just died is lit by countless candles, but behind the screen it is shadowed dark as death. I crawled to the half-open door and wriggled through into the antechamber, taking care not to disturb the door itself, the top of which can be seen above the rosy screen. "God help us, Richard," Jean said to me, speaking softly. She brushed a hand down my beautiful skirt that was stained with sheep's blood. "What a mess!" "Will it wash out?" I asked, standing. "It might," she said dubiously, "but it'll never be the same again, will it? Pity that." Jean is a good woman, a widow, and our seamstress. "Here, let me wet the silk." She went to fetch a jug of water and a cloth. A dozen men and boys lounged at the room's edges. Alan was sitting close to 2 candles and silently mouthing words he was reading from a long piece of paper, while George Bryan and Will Kemp were playing cards, using one of our tiring boxes as a table. Kemp grinned. "One day he'll stick that knife right through your ribs," he said to me, then grimaced, pretending